This is not financial advice. What's up, dreamers? I'm Zeke, and welcome to Dream Green Conversation. Now, in this video, you know what they say all the time. You give a man a fish, he gonna eat for a day, maybe for a week, right? But if you teach a man to fish, he gonna eat for a lifetime. But unfortunately, in this world, everybody want a fish handed out to them, right? They want a fish handed out to them, and I'm talking about plays. They want plays just handed out to them, handed out to them, handed out to them. Nobody want to be taught how to fish. In this video, I'm gonna teach you guys. That's why this video is not gonna do crazy numbers. This might be my least viewed video, but for the ones that is out there watching this video, that's how I know that you're serious about learning the actual craft, learning and taking the actual information so you could apply it yourself so that you don't have to depend on anybody else. I'm teaching you how to fish so you don't have to keep watching me 5 years from now, right? I'm gonna teach you guys how to fish. Over this video, I'm going to teach you guys the first step of the wheel strategy, right? The first step of the wheel strategy that has generated me over, let's see, total $15,123 so far this year in premium, right? I'm going to teach you guys just the first step of this video, selling cash secure puts. So if you don't want to learn some of these crucial steps and you just want to be handed off plays, join the Patreon where I give out all my plays in there. You guys can copy me. And 7-day free trial link down in the description. You guys can go over there, take all my trades, my 3 pro day traders that post all their option trades. If you guys are just trying to eat, go ahead and check out that Patreon is down below. But if you guys are trying to learn, you can still check out the Patreon. I teach the Zoom calls in over there every single Sunday, but teach you guys some good information in this video. So make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, go grab your pen, paper, notepad, watch the video again. That'll help out a lot. But if you are already subscribed to this channel, do me a huge favor, hit the notification bell. If you are already subscribed, hit the notification bell. You ain't got to hit the thumbs up button. Just hit that notification bell. That'll help out this channel more than you could possibly imagine. If you're not subscribed, I drop videos like this every week. So let's try to get this to 22% of you guys have hit that notification bell, because if you don't hit the notification bell, they be YouTubing and they might not show you guys videos like this that's trying to show you guys how to eat and how to fish, right? So let me go ahead and dive straight into the first step of the wheel strategy, which is selling cash secure puts. That is the very first step of the wheel strategy. Here we are on the first step of the wheel strategy, which is selling a cash secure put. Hold on, in this video, I'm going to show you what selling cash secure put, IVs, implied volatility, and how to avoid some implied volatility mistakes that a lot of people make. I'm going to show you guys what the delta mean. If you have a smaller account, I'm going to show you what the leverage stock is. I'm going to show you how to use the Bollinger Bands, and I'm going to show you the RSI indicator. I'm going to show you guys different time frames that I use. If you want to do weekly cash secure puts or monthly cash secure puts, if none of that makes sense to you, this is the video. Now, the wheel strategy, the first step, before we even get to anything else, the first step is kind of like bam, bam right here, selling a cash secure put. Now, to sell a cash secure put, let's say we want to own stock A is at $100, but we're not comfortable paying $100 for stock A. We're only comfortable paying $90 for stock A. So we'll sell a cash secure puts at $90. And depending on the IV that we're going to talk about in this video, let's say we were going to receive a premium just for saying that we want to buy stock A at $90. Boom. If stock A do not pull back to $90, we get to keep our premium, we get to keep our collateral, and then we get to do it again the following week, selling a cash secure put at $90. As long as stock A, even if it pulls back to $92 or $91 or $90.50, as long as it do not pull back to $90, we get to collect that premium that I showed you guys that we're up some dollars this year so far. But if it do pull back to $90 or below, we have to buy those shares at $90, which is the second step of the wheel strategy. We get to buy those shares of a stock that we really wanted at $90, but we got paid to buy those shares at a stock, but we got paid to buy shares of a stock that we wanted at a cheaper price. So that is a win-win scenario. We picked up shares of a company that we wanted, and we got paid to pick up shares of a company that we wanted. So that's the first step of the wheel strategy. I'm not even going to go into selling cover calls or repeating the cycle over again. I'm not going to do that in this video. We're just strictly sticking to the first step of the wheel strategy. We get assigned shares on a company that we like Netflix or anything like that. Cool. We just let those shares ride, and then we're good. So let me show you guys what an I is right quick. So we're going to hit trade. We're going to hit trade options. We're on NVIDIA right now, and we're going to go out a week. We're going to be selling a put, saying that we want to buy shares of NVIDIA at a cheaper price. NVIDIA right now is at $188. Let's click on the $180 put. Now, right there it says 0.70. That's 70 cents. But when you're dealing with options, you're dealing with 100 shares. So it's going to be $70, not 70 cents. So let's click on this one right here, and you guys can see the IV on NVIDIA right now at the recording of this video is around 40%, which is really good. I mean, it's good for NVIDIA. It's usually a little higher than this. Every company, the IV is going to change from time to time. But IV of 40% at a 0.15 delta will be bringing in around $71. And this is to pick up shares of NVIDIA by the end of the week at $180. If it do not pull back to $180, let's hit sell. Do not pull back to $179.30 because we're getting $70 in premium. We will stay in profit and we will not yet assign those shares. Now that is a company that has a 40 implied volatility. All right, so let's go out to another company. Let's say Waste Management, which will have a lower implied volatility. We'll hit trade options, go out a week, and then let's scroll all the way down to implied volatility, and let's just click the 210. All right, so let's come over to a company like SCHD and hit trade options, and let's look at their implied volatility. So if we scroll down, we could click on the 30, and they have a 19% implied volatility. That means you're going to receive very, very little in dividends. Even with a delta of 0.2, you will only receive $8 in premium from selling a cash secure put, saying that you want to pick up shares of SCHD at $30, and it's already at $30.65 at the recording of this video. So the higher the implied volatility, the more you're going to get paid in premium. So when I'm running the wheel strategy, I like to look for stocks that's over around 40%, usually 50% in implied volatility, to create some really good income. Unless I'm just trying to buy the stock outright, selling cash secure puts, then I don't care what the implied volatility is. I'm not really trying to run the wheel to generate income. I just want those shares. But if I'm really trying to run the wheel strategy, I like to do it on companies that have over 40%. But when a company has a high implied volatility, like really high implied volatility, let's say Tesla, TSLA, come over here and hit trade options and go out a week. To the end of the week, we could be selling a put at any of these price points. Let's pick 335, and you guys can see they have applied volatility. So that's about 10% more than NVIDIA. So the higher the implied volatility is, the more that a stock is willing to move within a week. So Tesla could go up $100 or down $100 in 1 week. We all know how Tesla moves compared to Apple. Apple's might go up $5 or maybe down $5 in a week. It doesn't move the same as Tesla. So the more that a stock moves, the higher the applied volatility is, making it a lot more risky. The more risk come a lot more premium. But this is where a lot of people get caught up. If you come to a stock like Netflix, NFLX, right? You click Netflix, you hit trade options, we go out a week, we're selling a put, we click one of these, a $100 put, and you guys can see that it has a 71% implied volatility on Netflix. 71% on Netflix, not a leverage or anything like that. This is Netflix. So you see that, you're gonna say, oh man, I'm gonna create a whole bunch of premium from this. Run it easy, because if you look right here on Netflix, let's scroll down. They have their earnings call coming up on 4/16. So that's before the week is over. I believe that's on a Thursday. They have their earnings call coming up. So whenever an earnings call is happening that week, the implied volatility is going to be through the roof, and we do not play earnings calls. You can play earnings call if you want to. I'm telling you, if you play earnings call, you might get bit in the butt. Unless you're really just trying to sell the stock at a higher price, then you could probably sell a covered call. But we're talking about selling cash secure puts. So if you guys do want to stay away from the earnings call, especially if you're new with it, stay away from the earnings call. Trust me, try to figure it out. Go ahead, let me know how that works out for you. But we stay away from earnings call. So if you see a stock with a high implied volatility than what it usually is, go see when that earnings call is, and then you guys can check out what's really going on. Okay, so with that being said, now let's take a look at the delta. So we're gonna go out a week. Let's just stay on Netflix. And if we was to look at the $100 strike price right here, it has a delta of 0.34%. A 0.3 delta means you have a 70% chance that Netflix is not going to pull back to that strike price. So let's look for a 0.3 delta. That would be 99. So that's a 0.3 delta. It's 0.29, but let's say 0.3 delta. You have a 70% chance that Netflix is not going to pull back to $99, which is pretty cool, right? But if we pick a 0.2 delta, let's scroll down to $95. If we pick a 0.2 delta, let's say 96. 97, let's say 96. All right, so if we come to a 0.2 delta, this is 0.18, but let's just say it's 0.2. You have a 80% chance that Netflix is not going to pull back to $96 by the end of the week. And if you look for a 0.10 delta, let's say 93. There it goes. You get paid $43 in premium, but you have a 90% chance that Netflix is not going to pull back to $93 by the end of the week. But as you guys can see, the lower the delta, the less that you're going to receive in premium. Right here, you will only receive $43 in premium in a week compared to a 0.3 delta. Let's go to the 100. Compared to a 0.3 delta where you could be bringing in $206 in a week. So when we're looking at the delta is mathematically calculated in your risk to reward, calculates in your chances of the stock pulling back to a certain strike price. Now, a lot of new investors, I highly recommend that you pick a stock that you absolutely want, like Tesla, AMD, Amazon, Walmart, stocks that you want, that you could run the wheel strategy on. But if you really want shares of Tesla and you want to sell cash you can puts, so Tesla's at 351, right? You would need $35,000 to sell a cash you can put on Tesla. Well, not $35,000. Let's say you go out a week and you sell a put and you want to sell it at 330, right here, 330. You need $33,000 to sell a cash you can put on Tesla, which is very expensive. What you can do is go to the leverage. It's a little bit more riskier. It's a lot more riskier, but you could go to the leverage of Tesla, which will make it cheaper, and it's easier for you guys to learn the wheel strategy using a leverage stock until you build up enough money to actually run a stock that you actually want to own. So the leverage of Tesla is TSLL. Right now it's at $10.47. If we hit trade option, go out a week and sell a put, we can sell a cash you can put at $10 on Tesla, and it has an implied volatility of 95%. So once again, when it's 95%, you're going to get a lot in premium. So you're going to get $22 in premium right now, right there at the market price. It shows $22. And then on the delta, it's at a 0.28 delta. Let me teach you guys something. When it comes to leverage stocks, don't really do a 0.3 delta. On normal stocks, I say 0.3 delta, you'll get assigned your shares more often on companies that you want to own, which is good, and you can run the wheel strategy. But when it comes to leverage stocks, don't do 0.3 delta. You want to look for a 0.2 delta. So let's scroll down a little bit. Let's go to the $9.50. There it goes. It's below 0.2. The market price is at $12. So you'll make $12 right here. You'll only need $950 to sell a cash you can put on TSLL. And you'll make $12 as long as it doesn't. You make $12 as long as it doesn't dip below $9.38. So you're making $12 off of $950. Multiply that by 100. That is a 1.26% gain in just 1 week. And if you do this every single week for 52 weeks, that is a 65% gain in just 1 year compounded out. So that is crazy. It is 65% gain in just 1 year. So leverage stocks can get you enough money to start to sell. Well, it teach you at a cheaper price how to run the wheel strategy, and then they can also generate you enough income over time to start to sell cash you can put on the actual stock itself of Tesla. So leverage stocks, I'll show you guys some. So leverage stocks that I like to use is TSLL for Tesla. I like to use NVD for the 2x leverage of NVIDIA. And I like to use TQQQ, which is a triple leverage on the Qs, QQQ ETF, to generate some extra income. These are cheaper leverage stocks that you could learn how to run the wheel strategy on, generating some decent income. I'm talking about to have IVs over 50% all of the time. Okay, so now let's go over when am I selling cash you can puts, because I do not sell cash you can puts on every stock every single week. There's a certain time when I sell cash you can puts. So let's come over to TradingView. So we're going to come over to TQQQ, for example. Now I was showing you guys weekly cash you can puts. Now I use the 1 hour time frame to sell weekly cash you can puts. If you want to sell monthly cash you can puts, for expiring out a lot further, you'll get more in premium, and you can pick a further out strike price. So right here on the 4 hour time frame, this is when I use my indicators to decide when I want to enter cash you can puts on the stocks that I want to own. So this is the 4 hour time frame. Let me show you guys an example. So here we're on TQQQ. If we hit trade options and look at April 17th, and let's look for a 0.2 delta. So let's look for a 0.2 delta. And we're going to click the 46 right here and click that. That has an applied volatility on QQQ of TQQQ of 73%. The delta is 0.2. That means we have an 80% chance that it's not going to pull back to 46. And this is expiring in a week, bringing us in $51 for the market price of income in a week. Now, if we go out a month, let's go out to May 15th, right? Let's go out a full month. We're going to be selling a put at a 0.2 delta again. So the last time we was looking at the 46, but now the applied volatility is 0.33. So we could go a lot lower to maybe 43. Yep, 43. Let's go to 42. There it goes, 42. So other than selling a 46 cash you could put, now we could go out a full month. That gives us longer time, But now we can sell a 42 cash you could put with a 0.2 delta, and we could bring in $150 in premium. So we'll make a little bit less in premium per week, but we could pick a further out strike price, giving us a lot more room to let QQQ do its thing, right? And in QQQs, the Qs usually go up over a long period of time. So we are assigned shares. We're getting assigned shares at $42 and not $46. So that's the difference. You can set up your options weekly, have to check them out once a week. You can set up your options weekly and just check in on them once a day, you know, or you can set up your options monthly and just check in on them once a week. It gives you your full time back. So let's jump back over here on our time frame. This is the Bollinger Bands right here. Right now, I have settings for my Bollinger Bands that I have inside of the Patreon that we use that gives us a lot less fake outs. Usually when prices at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands and end up recovering to the top, like right here, bottom goes back up, bottom goes back up. Usually it bounces off the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, like right here, and goes to the top. And usually when it's at the top of the Bollinger Bands, it's at the top right here, pulls back, top right here, pulls back. So 90% of the time, price likes to trade within this cloud of the Bollinger Bands, and we set it up to where we get less fake outs, right? But one thing that we like to add to it is our RSI indicator. Usually when it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands and it's oversold on the RSI, that's when we go in and we sell cash. So right here, we would have sold a cash secure put expiring a month out. So when it was at $38, we probably would have sold a $32 cash secure put, or maybe a $30 cash secure put. And within a month, QQQ did end up recovering because we're using the Bollinger Bands and we're also using the RSI indicator. So it increased our win rate. If we pick the 0.2 delta, it really increases our win rate from 80% to like 85, maybe 87 or 88%, just from using technical indicators. So whenever we see it oversold in at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, we go in heavy and we sell cash you can put. Now, the last time that was oversold on the RSI indicator was right here, and it was at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. Once again, we would have sold right here when it was at $46. We would probably sold a $40 cash you can put down here. And like I said, usually when it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands in the RSI indicator, it does end up recovering just like it did right here. So that was a good trade that we did for a monthly time frame right here when it was oversold on the RSI indicator. So dreamers, that's 90% of what I do when I look at the market on Sundays. I find stocks that I absolutely want to own. Can I run the wheel strategy on them? Is the IV good enough? Is the earnings call coming up? What is the delta? Let's look at the time frame on the 1 hour, 4 hour chart. Let's look at the Bollinger Bands. Let's look at the RSI indicator. Let's look at support and resistance lines of stocks. Once we do that, we could go in, sell cash you can put, generate extra income. Guys, if you do want to join the Patreon, that link is going to be down in the pinned comment section. 7-day free trial. Come check it out. If you guys do want to get some free stocks to use and get some free tools, use Webull. I'm gonna leave a link to them down in the description. Sign up, deposit $1, get started today. They got some great welcome bonuses going on over there, so you guys can check them out. But yeah, dreamers, if you do have a small account, I'm gonna leave a link at the end of the video. It's gonna show you the top 4 cheap wheel strategy stocks that you can start today. If I'm talking about, you can have an account of maybe $1,000 or less, maybe $2,000 or less, and you can get started with the wheel strategy today. So check out this video if you want to get started with the wheel strategy with some cheaper stocks. This is the top 4 cheap wheel strategy stocks that you can start on today to get started. But other than that, dreamers, comment, give me the loot down in the comment sections for showing you how to make the market give you the loot. Other than that, I'm Zeke, bringing you Dream Green Conversations, and I'm out. Peace.